Hey,
It's a Friday.
it's
It's a great day.
Friday, Friday, as we
Friday.
sometimes call it. Forget the D. It's just the yay, Friday. We're back. We're 30 minutes earlier this week. Not that it's going to matter for those that are taking the recording over here. Let's see. Just I'm getting mesmerized by our clouds from our scene.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, that's the last year and a half, right? It's Blur's Day. What day is it?
Blur's Day, Blur's Day, and then followed by Friday, and then Catterday.
Yeah.
Catterday is the day that comes after today. Catterday. It's when I get all the cat pictures in my feed. Go
There you go.
figure. It must be because my bigpics.com, my big pics in Twitter happens to be a cat, and I left it at that. Believe it or not, that from when Twitter started, that's when I joined, the same avatar ever since. I have not deigned to change it or touch it because I'm just lazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of old avatars, did you see did you see that someone had still their one of their original Xbox avatars? It was um, I think it was Blinky, one of the
Oh,
ghosts,
yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
and they
those.
yeah, and so someone was still using it, but it showed up very small because they had kept
Of
revving the
course.
resolutions,
That's right.
and someone made a note. One of the developers actually got in and fixed it. Did a little tweak just for him so that his avatar could continue to live and not look gross.
Ha.
So there are a lot of geeky, good people out in the world. So,
Let's
all
see.
right. Well, what do we
Speaking
want
of
to talk
which,
about today?
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I wanted to talk about last week. We went crazy on the Power Platform stuff. I didn't think we were going to go that crazy about it, but that's going to be very curious to see if we get any feedback on it. I'm not sure. I since last week we posted a whole mass of links. It's a mess of links, I should say. That's O
Oh, yes.
dash links
Best
have been
links.
posted on there,
Do
and
you
I
want to
just realized.
trademark that, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
should.
too late? Has somebody
I
else
know. I
already
have a
got that?
feeling somebody's got that somewhere. It's. Doesn't it sound like a mini golf place, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody's got it. Someone's got it
One of those
somewhere.
little three club par three.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah,
that's all set.
I know.
Then they have the little place over here. So I'm pretty sure that's out there. But I put all that stuff, put us off, and I realized, when we're doing a lot of these things, there is that fire hose of information, and then there is the way you want to share some of the information. You want to get people going from one thing to the other. And then we forget that sometimes if you go to one page, it leads you somewhere else. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a link that was like its own trail? Just an idea. You click on this and then you get essentially a trail. So when there's like a little ghosty next button that comes up, so you just
Right.
simply hit the trail and it takes you to the next link instead of you getting 5 links and then manually click, 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 click. You just click on that ghosty and it takes you to the next link that was in the collection. That's it.
Yeah.
So, or
Sort of
you
an
hit the,
auto, almost.
or you hit a button, auto. It stays here for a little
Yeah.
while, and then like a little cascadey. Huh. I'm just
Huh.
thinking, huh. Watch someone take that and copyright it.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
you heard
Well,
it here
I mean,
first.
you'd have to do injection. I mean, it's not an easy problem. That would be a lot of
No, it's
fun.
not an easy problem. That would be pretty interesting to do. And in fact, they can probably do it in low code and high code, or I should say traditional code.
Traditional.
Traditional code.
Legacy. We're not going to
Legacy.
say legacy yet.
No, it's not legacy. Legionary. What was it? What was I thinking? We were like saying, like when they say classic rock or something else, we said,
Mhm.
well, we're not classic rock. One of my band used to like say, we can't be a classic rock band. How about what do we do? Well, we do the big stuff. We do like Led Zeppelin song remains the same. We'll do like, the full version of Leonard Skinner's Freebird, the live version or
That's
something.
antique.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not
no, it's not a classic. It's Jurassic Rock. It's so old we're
Jurassic
fossils,
Rock. Oh,
right?
I love
But
it.
actually, you know what we called it? We called it Legend Rock.
Legend.
Legends. We are playing the legends. So this is the case: is Legend code is C++. I would call Legend code. When you or like if you look and you saw like a old assembly and laid out,
ANCC, right? The old
it's
ANCC,
that
Fortran,
is Legend
COBOL,
code.
RPG. There
Yes.
you go.
Legendary code. This kind of code made people so rich It's not even funny. It was this essentially. It's almost like saying this is where it may be how do we say it, obsolete or ancient, right?
Mhm.
But it's still the pyramids, right? They still put like the body in there, and it's still like, well, duh. Do you have a pyramid? I don't see you with a pyramid. No. Look at these guys. Huh?
Foundational.
Foundation legend. Uh-oh. I think Raquel, you still have your audio on? Yes, we do. We heard all your kitty sounds. Meow.
It's all right. So,
Speaking of services,
anyway, you're not there. You
I
go.
just wanted to let you know first because I thought I heard a kitty, so I'm like, before I hear another one, let's catch it.
So
This,
what are we doing though? I mean, what do we want to talk about?
all right,
This is the new week.
services. Where are you getting them? So, just really quick, some of the quick things. For example, we were looking at what services are out there, and one of the bigger ones that are out there, well, little ones, like for example, something like say SoundCloud, SoundCloud.com. It's been around there for a little while. What is it?
It's very niche.
Why is it still alive? Right?
Yeah.
And it's basically people can put their own music and stick it up there, or in this particular case, as you can see, I can pick other people's music, make my collection. This could be the way I listen to music instead of Amazon or YouTube or Spotify or whatever. I could be using this way of system. So I have my own music up here. By the way, so our music up here can or maybe not be monetized because I'm using my own live music, which happens to be over here. If you go to soundcloud.com and you look for Big Picks 2000, you will find the music from this show sitting in there for you to listen to for free. I'm not charging, but if you click on the like, maybe I'll have a little more traffic than just a few that I have over here. Well, maybe because there's not many people that come here, but like, I'm not really promoting it, right? But it's out there. I like
Well,
this because I can
it's
share and I can do stuff with it.
right. And the good thing about SoundCloud, I mean, the reason SoundCloud is still alive and still working is because it's niche, right? They have an audience, they have a direct connection with them, and I would guess, just this type of sort of uh, this is a passion project from someone, right? They
Indeed.
probably were looking for a place to put their own music or friends or family music, and
Ah,
then moved into this.
this is
So
true. A
that's awesome.
lot of apps are like that. Now, I'll tell you the other thing that makes things sticky. You see this down over here? App Store, Google Play. All right. And I'm going to call this table stakes for any public type or social type system that gets put out there. Table stakes is if you don't have an app, you're not going to last. You cannot just be a web page anymore. I mean,
Right.
I go to like here. I'll give you an example. All right, so I'm going to just do a quick search over here, or another search. I'm going to call a local restaurant, Calo Ristorante in Chicago. So this is a nice little Italian place that we have nearby. So I'm going to go to the website over here. Let's go find the website. We're looking at TripAdvisor. Oh, here we go. We got a website. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
So I go over there, and then they have the concept of order online,
It's great.
right? So they have this over here. But hold on a second. Even though they can do that, we see that. That's all okay and fine. Let me close up. But let's go down the list over here. I think it's down at the bottom because, of course, everyone puts stuff at the bottom, right? No, maybe. They did not. Now, here's the thing. If I visit this from my phone, I wonder if I make it small, it's going to think I'm a phone. Sometimes, like apps are responsive. And let's go see. Out of curiosity. No, they did not. But if I go to the App Store, let me see if can I go to the Apple App Store on online? I'm just curious if there's a way to go through it. There's the store. I want to look for well, this is the store. Is the regular store. I'm not sure if that's the same place. Maybe Google, the Google store.
Oh yeah, you can definitely get the.
All right, so let me go to Google Apps, and then let me go search for Calo. Calo Restaurant. Maybe they don't have an app. I know. Oh, there we go. Calo Restaurant. Look at this.
There you go.
They have an app. All right. Here's what I'm noticing. Everybody, every restaurant, every piece, because I think there's like packages out there that you just simply buy, and they
Right.
just all you have to do is give it, all the pictures you want, your menus and all that stuff, your location, and it does it all for you behind the scenes.
Here, click on Chow now. We'll get some
Chow.
free advertising for some people that are doing good work.
All right, let's do
So
it.
I think
Chow now.
Chow,
Where do you see Chow now? Where do you see it?
just below the name, I
Uh,
think that is the publisher.
that is the publisher. You're right.
And so, look, these are all of the restaurants that they've done apps for because, like you said, they have a template
There we go.
and they get a load of information.
So if you're out there and you have a restaurant and you're looking to quickly make an app, you could do what we do and build it ourselves, like crazy people. You could go over here to Chow Now, and probably they'll give you a deal to get your restaurant out there.
Tell them that Ralph and Larry sent you, and they will not care.
And not care. Well, or maybe they'll give us a deal. Who knows? Check it out. This is the Chow Now. And again, this could have started out with their own restaurant, and they did it. And they're like, you know what? Let's sell this to other restaurants and make extra money.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Look at all this.
Yeah.
Whoa. Nice guys. Hey, now here's the thing, though. I'm sure Chow Now is not the only app store that's out there over here. All right, but this is the power of the cloud, because essentially in the cloud, using the cloud services, all those things we talk about in Azure or AWS or whatever, they put all these pieces together. This allows people now to just come in and basically white label any kind of product that they put together, because that's pretty much how this kind of stuff works.
Yeah, you're building on the shoulders of giants, right? You don't have to do it all yourself. So.
So it's not just it's like this is almost like it's a big giant, and then you're on the shoulder of that giant, but then you're now on the shoulder of that little giant, and then someone's on the shoulder. It just keeps on going until what? Ad infinitum.
Right. Or as was it Feynman that said turtles all the way down? Someone said turtles all the way down.
Turtles all the way down. Exactly.
Awesome.
All right. Fun. So other things that we have out there, right? So well, the other one, of course, is the big one in Amazon. So of course, Amazon being like, hey, we're the ones that we want to have our stuff. Amazon making the most of cloud services. I think one of the biggest cloud services that are out there that's become almost ubiquitous now is Alexa herself.
Right.
Well,
and if we're going to talk about Alexa, we don't need to Siri. I mean, she's a sister in arms from Apple.
Right.
You're either
not quite the
Google
same though.
Apple.
Not quite the same. It seems like Alexa goes beyond that. Alexa is, let's just say, every device that's out there or every little thing is trying their best, because they have an open API. I think they have an Alexa API. Let me look for it. Alexa API. Let's go look at that. Alexi, watch this. Watch out. Alexa API. Here we go. Calling Alexa services. Here's the Alexa skill sets. Yeah. Right? And there it is. Check it out.
This is a fundamental difference, though, between Amazon, Google, and their like, and Apple. And really, honestly, what used to be Microsoft. Microsoft has come around and is no longer working in that walled garden where it's more open, and people can walk in and do their work and really leverage these pieces. So
how about it?
So
I like this. One day if we can bring in a speaker to talk about this, because this is actually cool. Because this is something, remember I showed you the low code stuff. This is not exactly low code, but let's just say not much code, and you have yourself an Alexa app, right? Yes. Remember, like you saw the Chow Now, where basically all I have to do is give it pieces, and that's actually low code if you think about it, right? I just opened up this app. I may be setting a few settings, low code-ish, and behind the scenes, actual code runs the story. So this is the next part, right? So little things, little calls over here to get a little detailed, but you don't have to really be that detailed.
Well, no, I mean, it's a lot like, the Microsoft 365 graph, right? It's all of the information that's there, and it's just a matter of how you access it. Another cloud service that I'm using recently that really gives you a lot of wow and without a lot of work is Twilio. Are you
Twilio.
familiar with
Oh,
Twilio?
I remember Twilio. Yes,
Remember Twilio? Yeah. Well, they're still
they're
they
still
they
alive.
recently bought Authy, and now they're into the multi-factor instead of just the the phone stuff. And so they've expanded by buying another company that was doing similar work, and now have a broader uh, part of the
Wow.
marketplace. But man, their APIs are easy to use, and low barrier to entry. You don't have to worry about setting up multi-factor authentication anymore. Just
Mm-hmm.
go to Twilio, and
Oh, where's Twilio?
they've got it on the right side. There you go.
There it is. There we go. Ba-ba-ba.
There we go.
Instacart. Check it out. Hey, look at that. Oh, their bot came to talk to me. Hey there.
There you go.
To see how Twilio can help you strengthen your customer relationships. Well, Mr. Bot, I can see you're a bot. I could talk to him. By the way, how
They
many
also,
websites now do that? Every time you go to them, you get blinked. It's like
yeah.
it's like in the old days when like you would like go to like one of those spotty services, maybe AOL. Remember those people? And you get in there, and all of a sudden, hey, how are you? By the way, I'm Irina. I live 5 blocks from you. I'm like, oh God,
Well,
that's the
I
kind.
know,
That's when I hear
but
that ring, I'm like, ooh,
you remember Clippy?
yes, Clippy. Oh well,
Clippy.
Clippy's different. Clippy was like
Oh.
the case. I'm doing something. Clippy says I'm going to interrupt you and all that. That's not
Yeah.
quite the same.
No.
This is like it's like someone wanting to interact with you. Clippy just says, "Here,
Try this.
try this."
So that's you stopped on a great piece of their page there. They want to engage with customers on any channel, anytime, right?
Mm,
So they're really pivoting from just kind of doing SMS and phones and
right.
call trees and things like that to more of a customer engagement. But again, a cloud service you don't have to worry about.
Exactly. Other cloud services like some of the ones I use for my user group. Good old. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh
did we
yeah.
lose it?
So there's Meetup, right? So
Oh, Meetup. Yeah.
Meetup. Now here's the thing. Meetup used to be the idea of that service was like to actually enable actual physical meetings. In fact, they had a rule that said if you don't physically meet, you can't be on the site. COVID, of course, basically changed all
Blew that
that.
out.
They blew that out, so people can make essentially any kind of meetup. So now our meetups are really for virtual. So a lot of these meetups that are out there, in fact, I've been joining them like crazy for like all over the world. Meetups that if I feel like being in their time zone, I will. But I'm just saying that you can now be very creative even your meetups. So that's my favorite one. I wanted to show you it. It's this one. So we talk about DevOps over here, and we say,
Right.
nope, it's not DevOps, it's DevSecOps. We're very, we become like very strong about it. But like this one, BevSecOps. How? Wait, no, I'm sorry, BevSecOps. Okay, play on words.
SecOps.
SecOps. How about it?
Uh-huh.
Right? And
So,
what? Look at what they're talking about, like a best practice for managing projects. I hope there's beer. That's part of it, I imagine.
so let's look. Let's look. Now these are all cloudy things, right? But
Uh-huh.
what about some services that aren't really tech related? So
Oof.
I've got one for you.
Give me one. Give me one.
Posh.com.
Posh.
POSH. Posh.
Let me go and call it up here.
Yeah, you can just go to it. I promise it's safe.
Okay, just click on links. Just there we go.
No, don't click on links. No, don't do that.
Oh, you can't be in 2 places at once. Posh live virtual receptionist can help. Hey,
That's right. So
check it out.
this is a way to.
Oh wait, look, wait. Their AI, by the way, came
There
right
we
in
go.
my face. How can we help you today?
But this is a live person that's going to answer the phone for you and really be a receptionist. And this is only enabled by the cloud. I mean, not really. I mean, we could have done it earlier in different ways, but this is a way of having a cloud service that's real, that's beyond technology. If you've got a small business, if you're a plumber, if you're running a garage, and you don't really have someone to answer the phone, then you're going to lose out on business. And that's what these people do for you. They answer
Indeed.
the phone.
So I was going to be a smarmy response, but there obviously this is definitely bot situation, and I know how this one was built. You see how it says enter your name required, because what it's going to do is it takes your question first, puts
Mhm.
it into the queue, and now it's going to try to grab information from you because there's CRM coming into play, and they're going to
That's right.
follow up and do all that good stuff. So we're going to put that
Yeah,
down.
man. Put that down.
Put that down for now. So in the Microsoft one, it does exactly the same thing, by the way. So
Right.
nobody's doing it any better or worse, as far as I'm concerned. There is
I've
no
not
actual
seen any.
human.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone like an actual AI that was so smarmy and smart that knew when you were putting in something smarmy and smart into your comment. I imagine it has. I mean, even if you probably put in a bad word in there, it probably would still ask you for your name. I
True.
bet, just because you know what they may be really uncouth and and nasty, but you know what they might be a customer. Hey, get
That's
them.
right. So let's look at uh,
Give me another one.
another one. Let's do Kickstarter. I like
Let's
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. Okay, Kickstarter.com.
Kickstarter.com.
That's an easy one because I have that one. Kickstarter.
So Kickstarter is a way to crowdsource things, right? And they're not all just software
Crowdsource.
technology things.
That's right.
Crowdsource, right? So if you get enough people together, and each one gives $1, you can buy something really cool or build something really cool, and that's what this is all about.
Oh,
So it's gotten to be they're businesses that are built around just running Kickstarter campaigns and servicing. So a lot of interesting things.
here, I helped build subversive cross stitch. Okay, I'm not sure how
Well,
I can feel about that, but
I,
they're 400. Look at this. They had a $5,000 goal.
right,
Got 22
and they blew
grand.
it out.
What?
Yeah, well, but scroll down and what they get is with their reward, they get some of their rewards are pretty cool.
Oh, we're gonna have to. By the way, this is not for kids, so
Yeah,
watch
well,
out.
this show's not for kids. It's fine. Subversive cross stitch pattern.
So now we know why it's subversive. All right, fine and well. Hey, is there what particular project we should look up over here?
So yeah, look up PI KVM.
check this out. Ooh,
Check
look
that
at
one out.
that.
So click on that guy. So this is taking a Raspberry Pi and turning it into a KVM, um, a, a virtual keyboard and mouse system for your computer. So if you've got a server somewhere that's in the cloud, that's like I've got a server stuck down at 28 Liberty that's back in an office, and I can't get to it right now. Uh, but this would allow me to VPN to it and actually have a keyboard control.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
they made their goal.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
45 grand, and they're almost at $1 million.
yeah, it closed today. They're
I see that.
and I'll tell you, here's the sad truth. Last night I found out about them. Okay,
Oh, you poor fellow.
I found out about them last night. They were still open, but Kickstarter does not take Bitcoin or Ethereum, and that's where all of my play money is.
Oh
So
no.
if that's you had mentioned a way to roll through things. What I
Mhm.
want is a way to use Ethereum or Bitcoin with Kickstarter so that I could make a pledge immediately. And yeah, I would have gotten some of these because I think they're cool.
Oh gosh, that is pretty cool.
And it's remote video, remote keyboard, all of that stuff.
Whoa.
And it's better than a remote. It's better than like a virtual desktop, because the operating system is not running when you're connected to it.
Really?
Yeah. So, and
If somebody
120
has one of these, please tell us how you like it, because
yeah,
this actually is look a USB.
they're going to be shipping out in October. So no one should. Well, this is version 3. They had earlier versions that were uh, like self-created. So yes, if anyone's playing with any version of this, let
Come
us know.
talk to us. Yeah. Wow. I'm like, holy smokes. And I'm just like, because there's a supply. We've heard lately there's a supply chain shortage going out there. The fact is that they're able to do this
Mhm.
means that well, they're using parts that are available. This is
That's
like
right.
stuff that they can get local, or at least more cleanly than having to
Somewhat
worry
local.
about waiting. Hey, some of it
Right.
at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Ha, it is good. I like it.
Very cool. So,
Give me another one.
what other cloudy stuff do we have?
Yeah,
So another kind of geeky one that's not related to this, but I don't think would
sure.
exist without the cloud.
Yeah.
Hero Forge.
Oh, let's try that.
Hero
Hero Forge. Let's go look for Hero Forge. Here we go. Hero Forge custom miniatures.
Hero
This is one,
Forge.
right?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Let's go. Let's go check it out. Look at this custom miniatures.
So people can 3D print their own things, and that's cool. These guys, though, they print.
Oh,
They have better and different printers. So if you click down over there to buy, it's just going to take you to the thing. Look, you can get it in plastic, in premium plastic, in colored plastic. Scroll on down. In bronze.
or you can get a download to print to your own printer.
Yes.
Check that out. Oh, so you could mass produce. This is almost like we're coming to that Star Trek, the replicator that does all the stuff for you.
Yes.
By the way, this is how we're going to get you to Mars. By the way, we're going to replicate you and send you up there this way.
We're not gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna send the printer.
We're going to send our android robots of ourselves. You get it, right? And it's going to be all printed. We're going to print ourselves out there. Exactly.
All right.
It's going to print ourselves out, and we basically we send the printer over to Mars, right? And over there, you get laid out, and then the AI takes over.
Yeah. So, and if there are more things that they'll put it in as well, but if you scroll down and show more, they get relatively expensive.
Oh,
steel,
yeah, steel, nylon plastic. Nylon plastic is. Oh, you know what nylon plastic? It's like Westworld. Remember in Westworld they had like that animation with all stuff. That's the nylon plastic. Yeah. That's what I think. Nylon plastic. I think of that like ooh.
But see, so this miniature, you can go over to the mount, click on mount or pose, and you can change it. You basically are describing and building it out yourself. So you get to decide what you want it to look like. And yeah, there you go. And now that figure's on this bike. That figure's now on this horse.
Oh man.
Okay. And you get to change the poses. You get to do whatever you need to do.
Well, I wait. I got to put the yeah. No. Back to the bike. Hold on a second. Give me my yes. Still much better. So and then you can put a base. Very cool base. There we go.
Change what they're on.
Gear.
Give them look. There's musical instruments. Of course, you've got to do a musical instrument.
Down. Oh man. Oh, hold on a second. Let me change his clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So choose
it out. There we go. There we go. What's my body feature right over here? Okay. Gotta have the zombie. All right. He's all set.
Skeletal.
Change the head. There we go. Oh, species? What?
Yeah. You can make him be a zombie. So they did some presets. That's really what it comes down to. Because any of these you can build up on your own. But half elf, dwarf, elemental, fairies, gnomes, dragons.
There we go.
Felines.
Antropheline. Here we go. Little kitty. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. We can be here all day.
Yes. So
look, I made it cocky or a little more cocky. A little snarl. Confused. Arg. What? I'm sorry.
and the pose is for the body as well, right? So go back up into the body.
Body. Here we go.
See, you even get to change the bike.
There we go. Very cool. So, they have the eyes. We can change the eyes. We want to look that way. Oh, look left, look right, look right, Look center.
Look up,
Look
look
up.
down.
Look down. Get around. Okay. Going into
Advance. If you go
yes
into
now.
advance,
Let's go
then you
advance.
get to work on individual.
Twist.
Yeah.
Look at that. Twist. Twist. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's
Okay.
more like
So
it.
now click on the left. Excuse me, the right arm.
Right arm.
Click on the right arm.
Oh,
No,
here's the left arm. Here's
yeah,
the right arm. Get the arm.
Okay. So there you go. So now you can twist it at the shoulder, so you can raise it above their head.
Oh, hold on a second. Well, let's find the shoulder. Here it is. Let's twist it above the shoulder. Up, up. Make it go up. There we go. And bend. Let's fix that
tilt.
bend. Nope, nope, nope. Bend goes out. There we go.
Then tilts. Might be your guy.
Here we go.
There you
Holy smokes.
So now go down to the wrist or the elbow. So you could do curls. So see, this would not be available without the cloud. And the reason that this works is because they started out small and they've layered on all of these complexities and they've increased the number of things that they could print. When they first started out, they just had regular old, 3D printers and they would print your thing out for you. But they've been really working hard to come up with like the color 3D printed plastic is one of their newer things and it's awesome. So you can order these, you can order them for yourself, you can order them for your friends, the different sizes.
So it looks like it didn't matter what I did over here. All right. If I want colored version, it's going to cost $44, period. So here's the thing. So even like in the real world, it's like, well, that particular style or something, that's going to be a nuanced cost because it's harder for me to make the kitty than it is to make the human. Well, that doesn't matter because it's all the computer.
It's bespoke, right? It's the way that you want it to be. And what you're doing is you're paying for that convenience. And, if you get the plastic ones, get the plastic, have it, you print it yourself.
Right? Look at that. Here we go. For size and compatibility. So in this particular case, I upped the price XXL. Oh. So now it's $100 for this guy because he's huge. Right. I ordered a big version of it, but yeah. So it's XSL plus. See that? 55, right. Or otherwise it's 44.
Oh, yeah, it's because of the bike.
Yes, the bike. Oh, yeah, the bike. That makes sense. Good. Right. That makes sense.
Anyway,
check this out. For size and compatibility. So this is just a download. So far, it's free. Yep. 0. But then you have to figure it out.
So it costs you $8.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. Right. Okay, check out a 3D printing guide, example download. Here's an example download so you can figure it out. So this is what you get. Yep. This greeny, you print that out yourself. There's the $8 right there. Right. Down below. But
there you go.
Look at that.
See, you could print it. You could put it in your game.
So if you were doing traditional D&D or a traditional or pro D&D, the traditional D&D, or if you're doing like those miniatures, like the war games, and you have to set up your entire legion of the third legion and get them all set up, or Star Wars or whatever. I imagine though, I don't think Star Wars necessarily. It'll probably be like stuff that's more generically Dungeons and Dragons-y. You can get away with that because there's no copyright issues unless, of course, they're doing Lord of the Rings or if they're doing Disney or one of those. Obviously, they couldn't let you do that. They'll give you their basics, and that's it. That's all they need. They don't have to do that.
You get to build it yourself, and if it looks like Frodo,
it just so happens to look like. But see, here's the thing: Frodo is not unlike. It's not like Mickey Mouse, where it was like, okay, that's absolutely Frodo. Everyone has a Frodo, can come up with a Frodo, right? Yeah. And if you want to make Frodo look exactly like the actor from the movie, that's one thing. But that's really, even the Lord of the Rings doesn't have it in there, all the different books that they have. So wouldn't be the case. But it makes sense. Now, a company like this, if I was like maybe Disney, would I say, hey, would I want to do this? Or would I want to engage these guys and say, hey, I'm going to now do this, and maybe I'll engage these guys, and they'll have the exclusive Disney line, and you can actually do this stuff. But of course, people will pay premium. I will get 60%. You get 40. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, I know. No, I like the direction your mind's going. But see, a lot of the if you look at these guys and look at Kickstarter,
Mhm.
right? A lot of the Kickstarter things are actually board games,
Yeah.
right? And this is a great way to build a prototype for your board game with actual figurines. If when you go to production, you'll want to go a little bit more.
Hey, that pie was I was getting jolly about the pie thing, and so look at this guy's a board game. He's got $1 million. What?
Yeah,
What?
still 7 days to go. Over
But
5,000
he's got
backers.
5,000 backers though, so this is where the money's coming from. This is more. The other one was like a fewer, like 3,000 to 798. So there were some folks that put in. It's $145, I think, each one.
Right.
What's the
So
project?
I can tell that you've not done a lot of Kickstarter.
No, I have not done any
So
recent. I
I'll
seen it
say
a long time ago, and I think I did
yeah,
one Kickstarter a long time ago, and then that was
it
it.
has changed. Now multi-million dollar Kickstarters are commonplace.
Hey, and I bet they went to the plastic place to have these produced.
Well,
Wouldn't that be wild if they
yeah.
joined up with them to have created all these pieces for them?
Well, they might have prototyped, but yeah, they're gonna have them be. But
Clearly.
so I mean, think about this, right? This is something that uh, they this is
Oh,
uh,
here's the rates.
yeah. So this is Masters of the Universe. So the people that are doing this obviously went to the owners of the IP and
Yeah.
licensed so that they could actually have it. But then they're building this game, and they're it's sort of like we used to do things on spec, right?
Right.
We'll do it and hope that you pay me later. Um, this is people that are pledging to pay
Right.
for
So
the
I
product that's being
and
built.
what you said, they had to go to the owners of the IP for that, and that would be Mattel in this
Right.
particular case. It looks like because Mattel could have just come up with this, and why is it coming through Kickstarter and not through Mattel
Well,
itself? Well, here's the thing, especially toys and all that stuff. You see the demise of Toys R Us and all these other places. These are like risky ventures to take.
there are.
What's the least amount of risk is to get actual people that are saying, you know what, we'll pay for the privilege of getting something that may not ever have a life afterwards. This is
Right.
it. And they're just covering their costs over here is what this goal, I think, is all about. To cover the cost. Maybe that IP is like, well, for us to cover the
For us to
admin and
break
all that
even.
stuff, or
Yeah.
break even, there we are.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm bet break even's half that even, probably.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
wow.
there you go. And it doesn't have to be, when I look at Kickstarter, all I'm thinking about is writing software because that's what I do for a living. That's what I do for fun.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of people that have side gigs, right? So in the not so distant past, right, when my wife and I were first getting married and running around together, one of the bands that she listened to actually had pledges where people pledged to. This was pre-Kickstarter, pledged to help them get studio time so that they could make their next album. It was one of the little local bands around Nashville, and this kind of thing has been going on. This just brings it all together and makes it a lot. It increases the reach that people have, and so if you've got a compelling product, you can pretty easily um, get it funded on here.
Okay, so I was just trying to see if I can find anything in my area. I was just going through just the search parameters over here.
Mhm.
Technology on Earth, if not, let's see. Let's try Chicago. Aha. So I found some technology, software. Basically, show me software stuff. Here's Hyperdrive, Epitome Comics, launched by the original founders. By popularity in this particular case, I could say near me. And well, of course, it's all the same because I happen to be in the city, so technically speaking. So check it out. This is just software stuff or related, but some of it appears to be like something like this firmware. Even that is a Kickstarter.
There you go.
An
Well, somebody
automotive engine control unit as a Kickstarter.
firmware. So if it's something that somebody else is interested in as well, then yeah, it's a great thing to do.
Oh, and some things, check it out. So some things don't work. Look at this, funding unsuccessful.
That's right. They don't always work.
Right. So these are the old ones, right? So you can look at this. This you were talking about Kickstarter. Remember, I said I tried this a long time ago. Look at this. This is
I
10
can.
years ago, right?
Wait, did you do that? No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. But I mean, you know what's good about looking at the historical is like, well, okay, this one failed. What was going on over here? Well,
Yeah.
it was like a marketplace for secondhand clothing. Probably that's why it failed. But would it fail today? Maybe at the time when it was done, it wasn't okay. So you get the
Right
idea. You
product
go
at the wrong
here,
time.
you take a
Yeah.
look at it. Maybe you want to say, I have an idea just like they had the idea. What was the story? What was the problem? What were they were trying to solve? What was the impact? What was the money for? All right. You
Yeah.
take a look at it over here. So he had two created and eight people backed it in this particular case. All right. So
All right.
that's all it was. So it looks like nobody liked this one
Well,
at all.
yeah, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't big enough, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to need to cut us off a little short today.
Sure thing. No problem.
But I think these are rabbit holes that we can keep going down, right?
Yeah,
If you
true
look at
enough.
all of the cloud technologies that are available, even to stand up something like Kickstarter is not something that would take a team of people anymore.
No.
Right?
Absolutely.
A couple of people over a weekend and you can get it started. The Hero Forge, obviously you can't replicate that in a weekend, but remember that they didn't start there. They
That's
started
right.
out smaller and they layered that complexity on.
All right. And then, of course, the accelerators, right? Like we saw over there with the Kayla restaurant wanted to get all on there. They just simply found a service, and then they got started. At that point, they could have gone beyond that. Maybe add a service on top of it. Maybe do something interesting. Maybe they could have had social media interaction to go aside of it. Whatever they wanted to do, or they could just stop right there. No problem. We have an ordering system.
That's what we need. Yep.
Just what we need. We're done.
All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been fun. It's a fun show today.
Next week.
It's the fun show. We'll talk more techie. We'll get dive deep. Maybe we'll look at an Alexa thing. Maybe we should make an Alexa bot or something.
I'll tell you, I'm playing with Hippo on my Raspberry Pi. Hippo is a WebAssembly platform as a service piece.
Ooh, WebAssembly. Oh, that's a topic. There's a topic right there. So
it depends on whether we want to go big and squishy or if we want to get down into the technical weeds.
Remember, we're light blue collar, so I'm wearing gray though today. Well, no collar today.
I'm in blue.
You're actually in blue collar. I didn't wear collar today because I'm just like I'm in like old mode. I just got the blue hat.
I've got to run and get to a client meeting, unfortunately.
All right, so. Same thing over here. At least I want to get to my weekend faster than you can, if I can. All right.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Raquel, please sign us out. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.